Hello and welcome to another episode here on Games&Tea. In this, the fourth episode of the series, we'll be expanding our residential capacity to 8,500 population to unlock the hydroelectric dam. At which point, we'll look to pick up where we left off in episode 2, constructing our hydroelectric dam, which will hopefully power the city for now and well into the future. I've got a freshly made mug of tea in hand, so grab your beverage of choice, sit back, relax and enjoy. So we've got a little bit of a problem going on here. People seem to be using this as sort of a stopping here for some reason. I'm fairly sure that is a giveaway. I'm really not sure why they're doing that. I'm going to ban people walking across here in the hope that that's the problem. So there are a few places people are able to walk. I don't want them to walk across here because that simply slows down traffic. Yes, so that seems to... Oh, no. People are still stopping. Unless there's a hidden stop sign in here. No. And they're acting as though there is a stop sign there. Well, to get rid of this for now, we're just going to tell them to carry on through. And that will solve that. They shouldn't stop then, they should just continue. And that will alleviate this backing up that we seem to be having around newly constructed junction. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, so we can see as soon as they continue through, there's no issue here. It was simply just that they were stopping themselves for some reason. Are they also leaving this space here? Yes, they are. Okay, so we'll continue. Oh, there we go. Zoom in a little bit. Good night, thank you. Okay, so everybody's going to keep going through, and yeah, that's looking better. Still a little bit of slowing down, but it's nowhere near as bad. That's fine. Yeah, and as you can see, we've completely cleared that bridge section up. We're just going to have a quick look at the trumpet interchange that we put in. Again, if anybody wants to tell me where this has gone horrendously wrong, I'm happy to listen and adjust. It seems to be doing what it's intended to do. Do I need to increase this? Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's make it a little bit quicker. Let's be nice to our citizens. So we're about 120 away. Do we have enough spaces? We don't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just rezone some of this area that is currently showing as low density, just to give us a bit more of an influx of people. And those little rezoning theirs should push us over. Add that in, better. Got to get those dedicated turning lanes in. And another one, and another one. I'm just going to go around. There's clearly a few things that I haven't done in this area, so I'm going to add some dedicated turning lanes. And no, tell you what, that is it. So I've done it. Didn't take very long. We're right back immediately. Okay. So what's nice to see is people are actually walking. We've got a large number of people walking along here, which is fantastic. The more people that are walking, the better. We are starting to see a few instances of the rubbish piling up. So what I'm thinking, what's this person doing? Driving across the pavement. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is just have a quick look at our garbage processing. Very high in capacity. Okay, so the reserves. Is this emptying still? Yeah, so I'm going to stop that emptying because that's clearly slowing this down. Incineration plant there. Another incineration plant would really help, actually. Yeah, there. That'll do. So we put that there. That should really help. And yeah, hopefully that'll give us a bit of extra capacity. I am going to continue emptying this now that we've got the additional incineration plant. Needs have fallen massively. What we've done here with the dense population was this area. It was this area. So what we've done here, we're almost at 8,500 now. once we get there, we'll start building our dam. So we'll just speed increase there and just wait for that one as we do. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. There we are, small city. Fantastic. A few extra policies, some unique buildings, trains, monorails and cable cars. I can certainly see monorail being useful in the city. Trains, of course, always useful. I'd like to get some cable cars in, but I'm not sure where at the moment. We'll certainly bear it in mind. Cargo train terminals, fantastic for our industry. We can certainly look to put that in somewhere. And this is what we've been waiting for, the hydroelectric power plant, as it is called. So we're going to now start with building that one, slow that back down to 1 speed. We've got a bit extra money from that level up, which is great. So I'm going to go over there and go over to our hydroelectric dam site, which is here. Forgot where I was there. Yeah, so I'm going to need to buy this square in a minute. But what I'm thinking is we talked about this in episode 2, where you want a decent fall of water, flow, it's fast flow, and the fall as well, which is the potential energy. In real life, I'm not sure if the game works quite the same. This is really a nice place to put one here. I want to put it before the bridge. Do I want to put it after the bridge? Well, I think we're quite close to the sea here. It's either got to go in here, so between these two bridges, or it's got to go here, and I actually prefer to put it here, I think. Oh, I'll tell you what, before we pop away, this is what I'll have to see. If you build it, they will come. This is an area that we will be detailing later in the episode. The city at the moment is a little bit boring. There's not a lot of detail. There's no detailing at all. So we'll look at putting some fences up, some trees, some rocks, some shrubs, maybe even a water feature. This is one area of the city that I think actually just hollowing this out and dumping a little water source in there can be quite nice. Especially with all these people walking over it, coming to work. Yeah, I can... I'll tell you what, we'll see how it goes. As I say, dam will be the first thing to do, and then we'll come back and go from there. So here it is. The hydroelectric dam is in. It's not connected to anything yet, but it is in. It's not producing anything at present. Not sure why. Give it a couple of seconds, just speed through there. Is it doing anything? It's doing nothing. Okay, I'm going to assume that's because it's not connected. I've never actually built a dam before, so we'll see. I'm guessing this needs to increase first. There we go, that's better. So that's increasing now, and then it'll start generating when that comes out, I assume. Ooh, okay, so we've just built a big wall. Is there something I need to do? I'm not entirely certain on what's happened here. This isn't working as I had intended. Okay. Well, we've certainly done something. Okay, so it looks like the problem was simply time. The water wasn't quite high enough. I think it has to, as it's doing now, pretty much overtop the dam before it starts working. But we're now flooding. Yeah, not sure about this one. Wow. Okay, well, we've got a huge amount of power. So what I'm going to do is just drop the electricity budget way down, because we do not need that much. I can drop it down to 50%, quite honestly. There we go. That should be way more than enough. There we go. There we go. So it's just taking a little time to settle. That's there now. We are connected, are we not? That'll be why we are not connected. We are not connected. That probably is why nobody is happy. So just connect that one up there. Get the game going and watch as everybody becomes happy. Everybody happy? Everybody is happy again. Fantastic. Okay, so we've grown a little bit whilst we were waiting for some money and waiting for the dam to sort itself out. We're now at 10,300, so a pretty aggressive expansion so far today. I've increased by about 25%, which is not bad at all. So the next thing I want to do, whilst the dam is doing its thing over there, we've popped that in. We'll come back to this area shortly. I'm just going to leave it running for a bit, just to see how it's going. Oh, we need some more sewage, so I will resolve that now. We're going to try and clear this mess of sewage up at some point. Can't do that at the moment because we cannot yet get the water treatment plant. That's 14,000. So we've got this bit of a poo stain that's it's not looking great. We're quite heavily polluting this really nice little island. At some point I'd like to turn this into a big park, sort of a nature reserve park. If anybody's been to sort of Lundy Island, off of the coast of Devon, you'll know what I mean. But I'm effectively going to try and turn this little area into Lundy Island. If you don't know Lundy Island, Google it and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. But yeah, so we're going to try and remove this poo stain once we get to about 14,000 population, which we may well do soon. So we're going to expand a bit here, convert some of this area, probably leave this area over here as, so we'll leave this as low density for now. This area is all going to become high density, so we'll just do that and then I'll unpause the game, show you that. A little bit more industry expansion up in this area here. Commercial, I'm not so sure yet, but we shall see as we go. And yes, so once we've done that, a few time lapses for you guys, and then I'm going to turn this into a nice park area. I don't have the Park Life DLC, but we do have a few parks to play with. Things like the Paradox Plaza will go in there, maybe some tennis courts. And then we're going to try and add a lot of props to make it look good. May not have the Park Life DLC, but we can make it look good. So it looks like our landfill site has finished emptying and we're just going to delete that. We don't need it, so I'm going to delete it, which is the demolish button. Goodbye. Ah, fantastic. So if I pop a school, let's say, don't know what that was, please excuse me. Pop a school there. Secondary schools, yeah, we need more education on this side, definitely. So I'm going to put that next to that. University, a lot of people are eligible. We don't yet have any universities in the city. This is the sort of more dense area. I'm going to pop it over here, you know. I might actually just create a little complex here. There we go. So does go a lot further than you would expect. That's good. Hopefully people will be willing to travel to that. If not, then we can certainly look at improving transport, which is something we haven't actually got any of yet in the city. Public transport, so we'll definitely be looking to improve that. as we go. First university student. Fantastic. Right, so we're going to turn this area here into a park. I'm going to add a path through here. So this house is going to go. I'm just going to dezone that now before I forget. Just dezone that area. We're going to put a path in that sort of goes from here around the back of the university. One spur is going to join here, one spur is going to join here, and then we're going to have a nice few things off. In order that I'm allowed to zone against this, I'm going to be using a few of these pedestrianised roads. Probably, I mean, the boardwalk could be nice. Yeah, the stone could be nice. I think we're going to go for, yeah, you know what, in this area I think we will do stone. This is great. This is great. I love when people use what you've built, and they're certainly using this walking path across the top. The brilliance of it is that all of these people would be crossing around this roundabout, causing huge traffic, and they're not doing that now. They're just walking straight over, causing no issue whatsoever. A little bit of smoothing here. People are using this as a walking path, which is exactly what we wanted. We're now going to give them something interesting in this area. And then I'm going to add a friendly neighbourhood park in there. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Yeah, that looks a bit too aggressive for my liking for this this area. It looks a bit too much like you don't want to live there. Yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then oh, this is going to take a while. Oh, as we're going through, adding a bit of detailing, we reach Big City. That's the second milestone today. We've increased from 8,100 to 14,000 in this episode. So I did say we we're going to look to push through. Might even double our population today. The two big things that we've been waiting for that unlocks is our water treatment plant, which will reduce the pollution we're outputting, and crematorium. So I'm just going to quickly go around, pop a couple of crematoriums in around the city to alleviate that issue, and I'm going to change our water sewage dumping plant into a water treatment plant. And we've also got another area to unlock for later. Fantastic. So I'll pop those in, then we'll come back to detailing. Just dumps straight sewage out into the river. This one is actually purifying 85%, so yeah, not perfect, but a lot better. Yeah, so as we see, the pollution here is extremely bad. Yeah, that's really quite bad. Yeah, not ideal. It's a deliberate gap in the middle there, just to allow. I'm going to run some trees down the middle, or some plants, so I don't want it to look too stupid. So now that we've got that, I'm just going to grab these 4, and then we can look to try and scoot. There we go, that's not too bad at all. That I'm actually just going to anarchy that one in. Yeah, so a bit of anarchy. I think that looks quite nice, actually. People are loving this plaza. 63 visitors. I'm not sure what they've come to see yet. Perhaps we'll make something out to this area. We'll leave this undeveloped and maybe put something out over here. I am going to make this look a bit better, so we'll carry on. Oh my word, we have grown to Grand City. Yeah, so we've more than doubled our population in this game, or in this episode should I say. Gone from 8,100 to 17,000. Third loan unlocked, not interested in that. Solar power plant, something that we may be interested in further down the line. But we've got huge flexibility with our hydroelectric dam that we've put in. So we're probably not going to need that for a while. I am just going to add a bit more industry. I was thinking about industry, but actually I'm going to add some office space in. I'm going to add some office space just in there. I think this is going to do us, or serve us quite nicely. As the city starts to expand, we don't need as much sort of raw industry, should we say. But the first thing I am going to do is just remove them from along this road here. I think that is going to be quite nice. I'm just going to zone this here as office space. Yeah, I think that could be quite nice. I'm just going to de-zone these areas and then rezone them as office space. Looking at the Jubilee, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that's the future of cars. Brings you the cars of the future. Yeah, not convinced I have to say. Phil's Fields, yeah, not convinced Phil. Fruit for all, it's not the bacon area, and here we go, the lads, they're doing their job. Lads and the ladettes, stop it spreading quickly. Oh no, it's spread. They weren't quick enough. We've got friends here. Oh goodness, guys, stop it please. There they are, stretching across the road. No. Oh my word. Well, that seems to have stopped that. They've done pretty well. The incineration plant was on fire. That is ironic, I have to say. We are back. I think this looks pretty smart, actually. This is our decorated park, detailed, fully sorted. I might come back and do a few little bits later, but I think it looks pretty good, actually. The plaza here, lots of visitors. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing here, but they seem to be enjoying themselves. Got a couple of food kiosks here. Got some yakisoba, which is apparently tasty noodles. The detail on that looks fantastic, doesn't it? And then we've also got just a drinks van there. Some flower planters as we go along. We've left this relatively open for people on the plaza. Look out to the river there. That looks quite nice. Nice little friendly neighbourhood park. Again, people are sitting down, enjoying themselves. There's a barbecue here, some swings for kids. Good old doggo over there. Everyone's enjoying themselves. We've allowed hearses, emergency vehicles and bin trucks to come through. Another food stall. Apparently this is another yakisoba noodle. They must have some sort of rights to the park. We've added a couple of little rocks to the area. Nothing too extreme, just a few little rocks. An ice cream van underneath this nice yew tree here. Come get a nice refreshing ice cream as you're staring out to the river. Fantastic. And then as we come down, we're behind the university here, so it's a nice little, kind of matches up there quite nicely. This nice chap here, this is General Horsey Horse, who seems to be enjoying himself. Obviously very important to this brand new city. And then we've got this sort of steeper area here, which we've added a nice little fence to stop our citizens falling down and killing themselves. We don't want that. I think that looks quite nice. Nice little area for the university students and workers to come and eat their lunch. Got some flower beds, some benches, picnic benches. I think that looks quite nice. Little kiosk area here for people who are looking for some information, I suppose. And then we've added some street lights all the way along the path. I think that's quite nice, actually, as we zoom out a little bit so we can get a better view of it. I think that turned out pretty nicely. Looks better. Oh, the water's flooding. It's flooding. Quick, shift it up. Help these people. No, it's okay. Seems to be okay. Might just shiftify that a little. There we go. That looks a bit better. What? Oh dear. Oh dear. Why is the river suddenly got... Where's this flow suddenly come from? Oh my word. But everybody, I flooded it again somehow. I'm not sure what's happened. Just gonna lift this up a bit. He's gone. Is this guy? He's gonna make it. Is he gonna make it? He's gonna make it. They've made it. Oh my word. They've all made it. Oh, this person's just walking through it. Absolute madness. Okay, I think that went really well. Well, that about wraps things up for today. We got through everything I wanted to in this episode and made a lot of gains across the city. We began the episode with just over 8,000 population, and we're ending having gained more than 11,000 residents in this episode. We finally got our dam constructed, but we have a lot more work to do over that side. There's a lot of detailing I still want to do, so as the city begins to sprawl in coming episodes, that's certainly something we'll look to do. We did a lot of detailing with our first inner city park, and I have to say I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out in the end. Don't forget to comment below with any name suggestions for the park if you have any as well. As always, a huge thank you if you've made it this far. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the episode, and if you enjoyed more than one of my videos, please consider subscribing. You've been watching Games and Tea. I'm off to pop the kettle on. Stay safe everybody. Goodbye.